gamers, welcome. Oh, no Tom, welcome. Why am I so off to the side? I don't know. That's weird. I always just off to the side. Maybe I'm just losing it. That looks better. Hello everyone, welcome, welcome. Hope you had a good weekend. Normal for you, really? Maybe I'm just, I don't know, crazy. It's been suggested. Where were we in this game? We're on the second one, right? Alright, let's just get started. Big number 2. Continue. Yes. I think we made a bad objection or something. I apologize. I recommend these over exuberant outbursts cancel. Alright. What are we doing? Are we pressing number statement? There's no good reason why I didn't defend when trying to pull a knife from the victim. Alright. Hold it! Whatever the motive, it just isn't in Mambani-san's nature to do something so awful. You should have both motive and opportunity. That's very hard to argue against. But you don't know the defendant. Objection! And you, counsel, do not appear to know the law. There's evidence to already convince the core of your argument. No, not feelings. Let's fledgling the defender. I would almost say I pity the accused. So do I. Spectre, you will reiterate your point about the defendant's motive, please. Ah, yes. This bro was in many ways the sworn enemy of Mambani-san. Hold it! Oh, yes, that's true. Dr. Wilson recognized Mambani-san's talent. How offered the position of assistant despite her being a woman. She was extremely grateful to him. As the Englishman appears to have been a very broad-minded individual. Oh, Zero, welcome, welcome. A relief from being late. I'm always late. There wasn't no time for outdated traditions. He met with opposition, of course, but he firmly believed in Mambani-san's abilities. It was a different time. It was a different time, guys. Clearly, the defendant was in the men's that only serves to prove my point. This is hopeless. I can't find a single crack in his testimony anywhere. If I knew something would know that withdrawing a knife from the wound would threaten Miss Bright's life further. I just can't think of any way to explain why she did it. Chisato, at a time like this it's very important to remember the fundamentals. The fundamentals. Evidence is what counts in the courtroom, isn't it? Of course. But I've been through the court records dozens of times already. I think perhaps you're forgetting something though. We need to take the evidence at face value. You're gonna examine it in greater detail too. Ah. I realize it's your first time playing the role of the lawyer in the courtroom. So if you need reminding of the rudiments, you only need to ask. I'll do my very best to help. Examine the evidence in the court record is certainly an idea. What should I do? Alright, I know what to do. Come to think of it, Kazuma-sama and Naruto-sama were always turning evidence over in their hands. Yes, I need to examine things in great detail with space. Okay, welcome. There's some sort of album here, look. Already, welcome. But it isn't Yume University one. It must belong to some other organization, suppose. A business of some kind. Hello, Louise, welcome. That would seem to imply that the pen does actually belong to Ray. I see. So that's the evidence I was supposed to examine. Ah, by the look of your eyes, I see it's coming back to you. Go through the court record again, have a thorough look at everything. You may just find a clue. Okay, so do it right away. So we have to find a reason for the pen to come in handy. I think we are missing a statement somewhere. What is this one? But the defendant suddenly encountered somebody she knew lying on the ground bleeding to death. That could have shocked her delicate sensibilities and caused her to remove the blade inadvertently. I really don't think inadvertent actions can explain this. The woman is a medical research assistant. I can't imagine she would behave so irrationally. Oh, but irrational behavior is a woman's prerogative, isn't it? Oh dear. I have a lot to learn about women. Only a small-minded man could have such bigoted views, wow. Oh dear, perhaps I'm letting my male persona take a little too much. Take hold a little too much. Have I managed to give you the basics now? That should cover the medical side of the argument. Hold it! Okay, there's an obvious explanation here, which is clearly the defender my body's on does not possess an ounce of sense. What do you think about that, Professor Mikotoba? I'm not sure you should be labeling your best friend as lacking in common sense. Well, I thought it would be better than label her as a murderer. Oh no, young people today, if that's friendship, I don't understand it. Careful counsel, a lack of common sense can be a very dangerous thing. Oh dear, that recorded on me rather badly. That's life, I'm afraid. Unless everyone must learn. Hopefully you can see now that this is really basic medical knowledge. Being involved in some medical research, my body cell would have certainly been aware of it. My body cell just eats strays left and right. Or is it she's stupid, she doesn't have common sense? Saying they're doing it without thinking, that could be a problem. Tell me if you use due care and attention, it will be alright. I wouldn't have thought this scene spelling out really, but it's like a stopper for the wound. Remove it and a serious hemorrhage will occur. In other words, a medic will need to be present before any attempt is made to withdraw the blade. Doing it without thinking would be madness, you just can't do it. Oh well, you can version a thorough explanation. Seek counsel when you act without thinking the rules of bloodbath. Ugh. To the witness testimony, please. Hello, Omni. Welcome. How are we supposed to present this? Where are we supposed to present it? This is a newspaper in Soseki-san. Seems to be an important article on the back page as well. Exclusive. Deadly poison stolen from Yume's medical research laboratory. Yume's medical research. Father, isn't this your lab? What the? Let me see that. Poison's been stolen. It's this Morris paper that Soseki-san gave us. Are you saying you didn't know? As embarrassing as it for the head of the laboratory, I didn't. I've never heard of such a thing. Where on earth could the reporter have gleaned this information? Come to think of it, there was no article mentioning this story in our paper this morning, was there? It's a highly toxic poison we've been working on in the strictest confidence. Who were in charge of the project? Hey, she was mentioning it. If what's written here is true, how means she tried to hide the theft from me? And moreover, the details were leaked somehow. I don't believe it. We need to read this article very carefully. Oh, see, welcome. Raucous England returnees tell all. It's the interview with you and Soseki-san, isn't it, father? Looks as though there was quite an exchange. It's become a little over-animated where he's talking about his time in England. Telegraph have managed to capture the moment and his parent karate chopped me on the neck. I do hope you weren't hurt. Wow. 45 streams, that's a long time. It's like a month. More than a month, right? That's like 3, maybe. How do I present this?
Hold it! Objection!
More of an opportunity. Mom misses something. Poker isn't the pulling knife.
Hold it!
I didn't mean to press you again.
Objection!
Alright. Sworn enemy. There is no good reason why they could pull the knife from the victim. Basic medical knowledge. Talk off the pen's lid. Our admonitions are clearly engraved here, and the fact that Miss Brown was claiming to this pen in her dire moments is very clearly a message too. Gunfire killer, you mean? I don't think there could be any doubt that this is a key piece of evidence in this case. Let's unscrew the barrel, shall we? Oh my god, there's poison here. It's freaking poison. This must be the little reservoir that holds his ink. Yes, you can fill it by drawing ink from the bottle up through the nib. Something wrong, father. Except that there doesn't appear to be any ink in it there at all. Oh yes, you're right, it's pretty much empty. Oh, could be on the verge of running out, I suppose. I guess there's nothing else here. Happy birthday! Oh, thank you, thank you. Poison display will be fatal in minutes. So deadly poison was stolen. Even the smallest amount entering the body, either mouth or real wound, the poison display will be fatal in minutes. So current methods cannot detect any developed chemical. Odds of the symptoms occurs in minutes are with impaired breathing and with acute contraction of pupils prior to death. Such as Mrs. Wolves suggested for this toxin. I spent it on the project. I took a break from it and now I realize I didn't spend enough time on it. Now I don't know if I could get it done. If I take a couple streams off or something, I don't know. I don't know, no good reason why the anyone pulled a knife from the victim. Just to leave this room until we get it. Package is like here basically. I need to set stuff up though. Either via mouth or wound. First log, fatal hemorrhage at 31 minutes. Am I missing something? What am I supposed to present here? True grateful, Ramandan. The opposition. And then what am I supposed to present? I don't really know. Just gotta open up Court Record with E. Let's take a look at the found pen. There was tremendous evidence. Press space to examine. That's all there is to it. Up, down, left, right. Oh, we already looked at this evidence. We have to present this or something? I don't know. I feel like it's kind of a leap in logic.
Hold it!
I didn't mean to press you again.
Objection!
Why do I keep doing this? I don't mean to press you. Hope you're not depressed. Okay. Now I just present the pen.
Objection!
No. Oh my god. What am I supposed to present the pen to? What am I supposed to do? I've need to reconsider. Present the armband. I don't think she even has one. Technically, she doesn't own one.
Objection!
What am I supposed to do? I don't get it. What am I supposed to present the pen to? Oh my god. I have a main comment examine the evidence. I already did. How I should have blood. I think I did last time, or it didn't work. What am I supposed to present? I'm so confused. Am I gonna lose on the first trial? I really don't understand. I pressed everything, right? I thought I would get a new statement back. How'd you know she was there?
Hold it!
I didn't get anything. Got nothing. It's not done. I'm so confused. I'm pretty sure I did last time. That's why I got a star off at the beginning. I'm almost certain I presented the picture already.
Hold it! Objection!
I don't really know. What do you want me to do? Yeah, what? What do you want me to do? Destroy them first try. I don't know what they want me to do. I'm pretty sure I presented everything. Female British. Single deep sound piercing alarm, resulting in fatal hemorrhage. I reflect all the evidence. Am I supposed to say it's poison or something? But I don't know, there's nothing to suggest that was poison. I'm so confused.
Objection!
What am I supposed to do? Did this plan do anything?
Objection!
This plan doesn't freaking do anything, man. I'm so confused. What am I missing? What am I pressed everything. What am I supposed to present? I don't understand.
Objection!
Why is it? Why is it like this?
Objection!
I don't know what I'm doing. Why is it like this? What am I supposed to present here? I'm so confused. Hermit is kind of acting. Air breathing anyone's contraction and pupil is prior to death. Did I not present this pen to everything? What the heck, man?
Objection!
Oh my god.
Objection!
There's freaking nothing. I don't understand. I don't get it. Does everybody know what I'm supposed to present here? I literally presented to every Simon with the stupid pen and it didn't work. This will all spot that when you obviously convince the race to go from the outside. Alright, that doesn't help me though.
Objection!
I'm so confused.
Objection!
What am I supposed to do? Why none of the evidence works?
Objection!
No, that's not it. Am I stupid? How am I stuck on this? I don't get it. I'm pretty sure I pressed everything. I feel like I'm dying. No good reason, no good reason, no good reason, no good reason. I'm dying here, man.
Objection!
What am I supposed to present? Come on! Am I stupid? I'm pretty sure we pressed everything.
Hold it!
Now I want another, whatchamacallit. I don't know why. What am I supposed to present here? I've been stuck on this since the beginning of the stream. I feel like I'm stupid, but I don't get it. I don't get it. What am I supposed to present?
Objection!
Bro, I'm losing it. I'm presenting everything to everything, bro. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Please help. I don't know why it's not working. I lost the game. What am I losing? Am I stupid? So we know that the pen doesn't belong to her, obviously, but other he's saying is about the pen. I presented the pen to every statement and it didn't do anything, so it's not that one, or whatever it is that one, I missed something. I'm pretty sure I pressed everything.
Objection!
Oh my god, it was the stupid poison again. No, there is one possibility, one very good reason why the defendant might have decided to withdraw the knife from the victim's wound. But Yoko has only not only a poor grasp of the law, but also is a poor loser. Tell us then, what is the possibility of identifying? It's here in this newspaper article. Newspaper of deadly poison have been stolen from the laboratory at Yume University.
Objection!
Victim perished from a stab wound. Poison is no relevance in this case. But prosecutor Ouchie will not let the defense. You will let the defense speak. But newspaper article, court cannot rely on the kind of hearsay that the publications carry. How is it for the defense? I'm going to need some tangible basis for a claim. You'll indicate to the court precisely what part of the newspaper article mentioned as firms you're searching. Excellency. Yes, of course. Thank you. I would never have done something to further endanger Miss Brest's life without just cause. The reason the defendant pulled a knife from the victim's body is put in the article where it says I need deadly qualities. How is this poison being developed? Every tiny and deadly quantities? Why is the victim from? I don't know. Is this one? According to the article, the development of poison was requested by the military. Yes. Troubling revelation indeed. Oh, it's very worrying. And yet, even more worrying is how this Yoko is trying to manipulate the court. Nothing more than rumors. I think I picked the wrong one. I feel like a really good reason for our actions. I'm sure that's been summarized in this newspaper article. Try reading it again. Okay. Article reveals the following property about the poison in question. When toxin enters the body and the knife laced with poison is rapidly absorbed and causes death in minutes. Are you suggesting if the knife used to attack Miss Brown was laced with this very poison, we'll explain why the defendant, Mambani-san, would have withdrawn the blood as soon as possible. The truth is, there's an attempt to stop the poison from entering the victim's body. What?
Objection!
This is complete and utter nonsense. Not at all. fled through the nightclub and the victim's body to not accelerate the woman's demise, but to save her life, and the prosecution cannot deny this possibility. Have you not read the post-mortem report? The cause of death is hemorrhage. Word poison appears nowhere in the document. Oh well, that's because acting quickly to remove the blade. The defendant prevented the poison from taking hold.
Objection!
Oh please, this is clear desperation. The weasel's last breaking of wind. Poison has nothing to do with the case whatsoever, so I believe the defense is well aware. I have no proof that the information that this wretched newspaper article is all reliable anyway. In that situation, what student should have done is wait for medical assistance to arrive. But instead, you claim she suspected poisoning and took potentially lethal decision to remove the blade. She must have a strong suspicion for her. Oh, it's strong suspicion then. Oh, the argument makes no sense. Exactly. Well put, Inspector. On what grounds did you do it, Miyoko? All I did raise is that the poison was involved. What grounds? I'll give you grounds. Me when I'm a coffee machine? What? Can't possibly. I think she either killed herself, or someone killed her, I don't know. But her expression console clear that those are not empty words. Naturally, as you stand in this courtroom as well, you must be aware. The words alone, empty or not, are no value in our modern justice system. Court demands evidence. Yes, Your Excellency. I'm well aware of that. Seen it many times from my place inside in the Old Bailey. Present proof to the court now. Evidence demonstrating a clear link in this case and important article.
Take that!
I'll ask the court to refer to the notes section in the post-mortem report, which reads: Extreme meiosis, pupil constriction was observed in the victim. Ah. Clearly being a Yoko with no knowledge of forensic science, I have no idea, but so please do tell me. Presumably, the fact that this condition in the victim was known in the post-mortem report means that's an unusual symptom of death. Just, well, under normal circumstances, the pupils dilate when someone dies. If there was extreme constriction instead, that's most unusual, yes. What are you doing, Yoko detective? In the newspaper article, there's the following information about the stolen poison. Onset system occurs in minutes, ending with acute constriction in pupils prior to death. What? The defendant upon seeing the victim stabbed in the back. How about to notice that the pupils of Miss Brett's eye have constricted severely? It says a medical research assistant. She will have suspected poison immediately, no, without doubt. Prosecutor Ouchie. I think you agree this is very compelling evidence. You. Yoko student and Yoko professor. I believe the defense is expertly demonstrated a credible reason for the defendant's actions. No. Yuji Mikotoba. Yes, Your Excellency? I believe you're best placed here and to confirm or deny the veracity of the defense's counsel's argument. You will tell the truth about the details reported in this newspaper, please. Friends with that admitted. I'm afraid I don't know. We don't know. Foxy was kept on lock and key in my laboratory, certainly, but I wasn't aware of any theft. Do you mean to tell the court that the reports of this theft are unfounded? No, Your Excellency. I returned to the laboratory to investigate myself. I couldn't say. I'll listen to this bumbling academic. Unaware of the theft of the state secret of his own workplace until he reads it in the newspaper. I take full responsibility for the incompetence of my supervision. Father! Painful situation with a university professor. She had more control over her students rather than allowing them off on killing sprees. That's totally unfounded. Hold it. Oh, this is Professor Mikotoba's fault. It's all my fault. Ray. On my side, I stand accused here. Outbursts like this would not be tolerated. But it was me. I was the one who noticed the poison would have been stolen that day. What? So you knew. I've been placed in charge of overseeing the project. It was the day that Professor and Suzuki-san were interviewed together for the newspaper. That's why I noticed some of the poison was missing. Just a tiny amount, it was. Why don't you let me know immediately? I was scared. The whole project was supposed to be confidential, but some of the toxin had somehow been taken. Decided to try to get it back before anyone else found out. Cause I had a very good idea who the thief was. Let me guess, it was Miss Brad. Thief? You don't mean... Yes, of course, it was that dainty English woman. Miss Giselle Brad. That's why I decided to join the little group of people going to the seaside. Inside the beach hunt, I confronted Miss Brad. But she just sat on the stool at the back of the hut, smiling sweetly at me as if she knew she was untouchable. I know it was you who stole the poison. Well now, whatever do you mean? And then, she suddenly got to her feet. Before falling to my knees in front of me and then was collapsing on the floor. That's why I saw the knife in her back. I couldn't understand what had just happened. And then, a moment later, I was seized with fear. Pupils of her eyes had shrunk to tiny pinpoints. I don't believe it. In other words, realize the victim was suffering the effects of the stolen poison. My mind started racing. I hadn't seen anything past Miss Brett's lips when I was with her. Which left only one possible way for the poison to have entered her body. And the blade of the knife in her back. That train of thought was for you to withdraw the blade. Yes. The amount under her bloodstream is small enough, she still might have a chance. That's why I hoped. Really, I'm so sorry for staying silent this whole time. Wow, me when I'm playing multiplayer so this Spire 2, I won't switch off the OP character. Your attempt to hide the truth was not something that can be overlooked. However, duly noticed the courage which you confessed in the end. Thank you, Your Excellency. Spell perceptor, or do you think? Balance has shifted a little here in this quorum now.
Objection!
Excellency, do not be deceived. The victim collapses before eyes, say. Bison, if that's the case, you perhaps can explain how Miss Webb came to be stabbed? Have no answer because it's simple truth. It's you that stabbed the victim motivated by revenge.
Objection!
We have no other conclusive evidence to prove that assertion, do you? Oh, I have evidence, and it's very much conclusive. What's the prosecution up to? It was briefly hesitating for a moment there. I'm almost sure of it. It is the aforementioned evidence that once prosecuted Aochi. Have some praises due, young Yoko student. 1. I imagine there's no need for me to submit this evidence. But you brought it upon yourself. But more damage shall exist. The cruelty in the air on that beach is almost palpable. Yeah, but this could just be her removing the knife from her back. Hello, Ender. Welcome, welcome. This evidence, more than any other, reveals the true extent of the accused's murderous nature. For it shows the precise moment that Mbayan-san plunged her dagger in the victim's back. Oh, is it true? No. I don't believe it. Order, counsel for the defense. Was it you who was responsible for that shrill scream that just pierced in my corium? Perhaps his voice is yet to break. These yokos have slow mind and slow to mature. I'll show you who's slow to mature. Careful now, she's starting to show her face here. Alpha said approaches with 1,000 words, and here we have ample proof. Are Your Honor, that image is AI generated? Or accept this extremely cogent photograph turned as evidence. My friend Ray. I can't believe he's had a photograph like that up his sleeve the entire time. But who took the photograph? Such a stark image, I'm getting lost for words. That means... Wait a minute, I don't understand. How did you, who took that photograph? Right.
Objection!
That's not of no importance here. Stop trying to divert attention. Oh.
Objection!
That's an absurd thing to say. It's crucially important. Whoever took this photographic film was a witness to Miss Brett's death. Oh my god, it's some guy named RM. Or must be allowed to hear this person's testimony. Arg. I will uphold the defense's demand. Prosecution will reveal the identity of the person responsible for taking this photograph at once. Oh, I'm afraid I can't do that. Pardon? See, this prayer arrived at the Imperial Police Bureau headquarters by express post yesterday. There is nothing to indicate the sender's name or address. Provenance of print is unknown. Goodness. However, to the understanding council, Full knowledge of the fact that this photograph has the murkiest of origins. You nevertheless believe fit for submission as evidence in Supreme Court. When you first produced this print before, I noticed that you hesitated for a brief moment. Because you knew it wasn't completely reliable evidence, didn't you? Silence, you Yoko student and blabbering professor. What matters is the plain truth that this print is so eloquently expresses. The defendants are admitted to pulling the blade from the wound. Clearly this isn't the moment where the knife was plunged into the victim's back, but the moment where it was withdrawn. Go with this word with your ramblings. Indeed, without knowledge of who produced this print, you have no means of verifying the claim. And seized copy without any doubt is the most compelling evidence presented to the court. Defense is unable to shed any further light on the matter. I believe the conclusion is clear. Oh no. Susato, this is time for you to fight. What you established so far is true, then there could be no doubt. This photograph shows the moment that Ray withdrew the blade from the victim. Yes, we just need to prove it somehow. It's trouble. You have plenty of time to rule your defeat in the soul train back to the provinces. Where is this picture being taken from? How could this prove anything? Or there's a gap in the thing right there. I really think you came up against the Taketsuchi in the court of law. Can't determine who took this photograph, and the trial is going to come to an end. There must be a clue somewhere. There must be someone working now who did it. A console? Must be the pen, I guess. Your Excellency. Very question if who took the photograph. The truth is, I don't know. Wow, this guy's only 30. Why does he have white hair already? I have an answer. This isn't about whether I can or can't come up with the answer now. I simply have to. Alright, we're bluffing. Identity person took this dramatic photographic print. Is, I assure you, something the defense can and will reveal. What? No, you can't possibly. As you so boldly claim you can, please do enlighten us. Unfortunately, I'm unable to present a name. How utterly underwhelming. Did you really believe you could? However, I am able to present evidence. Defense has a piece of evidence reveals important details about the photographer's identity. It's probably the pen, right? What? Very well then, counsel. Present your proof to the court. This evidence you claim reveals something about the identity of a mysterious photographer.
Take that!
Piece of evidence in question is this, is not that. Over console that presenting event is what's starting to temper those wide, nervous eyes. Alright, it's not that one. I thought it was a pen. Please squeeze your hands in the gun console. Squeeze my head in my hands as long as it takes to win the trial. Remember the another person has no squeezing. Was it a poison article? I don't know.
Take that!
Okay, it's not that one either. Uh-oh. What am I presenting? Okay. What am I presenting? Ah, frick. How no? It's not the pen, it's not the newspaper article. Is it the fact that the camera lens is broken? Guys, maybe. Maybe it's just itself. Okay, it's not. Oh my god, wait a minute. It is because the lens is broken. It is a newspaper article. Oh, I didn't see him in a while.
Objection!
Alright, let's go through all this stuff.
Objection!
I forgot that the lens was broken inside the picture. Oh, okay, let's just fast forward through all this stuff again. I'm like not on it today or something. I just elsewhere.
Objection! Objection!
Wow, it's so much. I didn't realize it's been so long since we saved. Alright. We should probably save again after all this stuff. Alright. Bye bye bye. Okay, it's a newspaper article with this picture, right? Because this one's also broken.
Take that!
What is that? Newspaper again? Aqua's second clothing returns tell all. It's not the headline is relevant here, Excellency. It's a photograph. If you look at it closely, see that there are some white lines in the right hand side. Ah yes indeed. If I were caught my eyes, so it happens. I would have been the shell of some kind, presumably, from branches of trees or some like. There are no trees growing inside my laboratory at the university, I can assure you. Look close at this photograph. Good gracious. Yeah, it's the exact same pattern of lines presented in this photograph too.
Objection!
Well, that tells you nothing. Ah, yes, this is a shadow of some kind, definitely, from the branches of a tree. There won't be any trees growing inside the hut in the beach console. What's remarkable about it is that the two patterns are absolutely identical. How could such an extraordinary similarity have transpired? Here's matchifying if in both photograph differences because of a camera defect. Obviously, it's due to a problem in the camera used to take the photographs. With the photographic device. Yes, we can confidently see that the camera lens must be scratched. And the scratch lens causes unwanted lines to appear in every print taken with that device. Ensure the two photographs are under consideration here. Taken with the same camera. But there must be hundreds of camera devices here in the capital. It would be impossible to identify the owner of this particular one.
Objection!
Thank you for getting Prosecutor Aochi. The one of the photographs featured in the newspaper article. Newspaper? Ah. That's right. Author article is the mysterious witnesses crime. Why? What the heck was that? Minimanoa? I could see why you were called a raucous England attorney. What are you yelling about? You're already testifying. As many memo, I tell you. Many memo. Many memo. Suzuki-san, what is that? Did you say many memo? Ever since I returned to Japan, whereas from the Shoryus has been hounding me, following my every move. For the name of writing many memos. You can't be serious. His name is writing many memos. It's hounding me from dawn till dusk. Ah. Now that he mentions it. Oh, it's that guy. Is this guy the killer or something? That same reporter B. Coming to the left of him, a notebook to the right. There I am, stuck in the middle with writing many memo. So this figure's taken by many memo, yes, your Lord Excellency Squire. Officer! Submit every news report at once and bring it to my courtroom. We'll adjourn for a short recess in the meantime. Oh, yes, Your Excellency. Does it say Your Excellency? One more thing. I want this knife, the murder weapon, examined for traces of poison. You will solicit the assistance of the Imperial University Medical Department for this task, understood? Meh. Money memo! Yeah, he's writing many memos. To be continued. I didn't save. Oops. 30th August, 10:41 AM. So sorry, Susato. Should have told you about the toxin. With the taste of your lips, I'm on a ride. You know what I'm talking about? Your toxin. I'm slipping under. Right? Self-assurance is a responsibility, I know. That's why I decided to shoulder the burden alone. No, that's not it at all. I was just scared of my failure coming to light, that's all. So I hope to retrieve the substance from the English room before anyone finds out. Before the trial started, do you remember what you said, Susato? That you had no doubt in your mind about my innocence. I remember. And yet I didn't deserve your trust in me. Hid important details for me, Susato. Completely for your faith in me. Hit me, Susato, I deserve it. No, in fact, throw me to the floor. Wow, it really is a Susato takedown. No, that's too good for me as well. Drag me through the city streets. I'm no better, you know? Oh. Even though in my heart I knew you pulled that knife blade from Miss Press back, there was a brief moment when, in my mind, I doubted you. Susato, I'm sorry. Hopefully one of these bailiffs isn't Herlock dressed as a bailiff. I'm sorry, after I stood here and promised that I stand by you and always be on your side. Here's your faith in me too. So I'll failed you as my lawyer. Oh no. I think the situation is taught both of you a valuable lesson. Place your unbridled faith in another is no easy task. Yes, Father. The fact is certainly struck home. So I can see clearly now, so right. Yes? You find it in your heart to forgive me. Oh, Susato. You know you'll always be the gallant, dashing lawyer in my eyes now. Oh, really? Have I seen tip-to-tip China videos? I have not. I don't really watch Ludwig. I was so scared, you know, when it happened. I don't know what's going on. I've just heard his Chinese is really bad. Or both of their Chinese is really bad. I'm quite sure I was sitting in back of the hut, listen to what I was saying. I know it was you who stole the poison. Oh, now whatever do you mean? Then a moment later, she saw it and got to her feet. Tossing it from me with a knife in her back. I love seeing their white-colored foreigners. I have red before my eyes, and there were the only people in the hut at the time. That's right, just missed by myself. There was no one else. So I don't understand how she could have been stabbed like that. Weird mystery indeed. Still can't believe it happened. That's why I couldn't bring myself to speak up. Be alright. However it happened, and whatever really went on the sea that day. Promise you that I'm gonna prove everything you've said is true. Spoken like a true Mikotoba. You guys aren't even lawyers though. Yeah, I think we should discuss what's coming up in the trial, don't you? We don't have much time. We must make sure our facts are in order. Yes, I expect the poison is gonna come to full scrutiny on the upcoming proceedings. Police should hopefully have identified it in the blade by now. I guess it's not on the blade, it's on the pen. Chronicles is a completely new laboratory synthesized blend of alkaloids. Police won't have any way of testing for it. Oh, I see. Without this chemical reagent, it's impossible to detect the toxin. Chemical reagent. Send a colleague of mine off earlier to deliver some to the headquarters. I think perhaps she has some as well though, just in case. Chemical reagent. It appears to be written in foreign language that I don't know. It's German, so your knowledge of English could be a little help here, I'm afraid. Could just have written medicine on it in Japanese, then we'll all be able to read it. German is the international language of medicine, my dear. Is that true? But as I can certainly see the merit of labeling all Japanese, so I'm not sure medicine would be entirely appropriate. What's the matter, Susato? We're sounding very quiet. Newspaper article. Exclusive deadly poison stolen from Yumei Medical Research Laboratory. I was wondering how the information got out, given that was a government secret. So how English woman's doing. What? When Professor Suzuki saw the interview at the laboratory, the English woman swaned in and without any compunction said to Professor Mikotoba, "Oh, surely. You guys would love to hear about your substance there." I'm in a very awkward position, to be frank. Suzuki-san's curiosity had been piqued, so I had no choice but give him a little cursory introduction. Since Suzuki knew about the poison, it's highly likely that the reporter who was writing up the story about us have caught a glimpse of the toxin too. It's many men on Emo-san. Oh, did the reporter join you at all when you went to the beach? Oh no, I don't remember the reporter being there. He shouldn't have been, and very much how anyone wanted him there. Oh? A criminal had been given pressure to by authorities to bathe by the seaside. Sigi-san pointed out that inviting a reporter might be problematic, so the man was sent back to his office. Though obviously he didn't go back, he secretly followed the party to the beach and took this very candid photograph. Presumably he posted it then anonymously to the police. Ah. Yes, that must be what happened. So, we just heard that new witnesses are now ready to testify. Alright. Time to see ourselves once again then. Defense attorney Ryutaro Naohodo. Yes. Red's put her faith in me now and told me everything. Can't let her down. I have the proof that she's telling the reporter the truth. Proof what really happened that day. Time for many memos. Hereby call this court to order as we reconvene to continue the trial of Ray Mambani. Professor Ouchie, have you summoned the new witness? Why address that question, Your Excellency? I have some very important news to share. Oh? What news? Let me guess, no poison on the blade. Why does he look so happy about it? This was a collaboration with Professor Mikotoba's laboratory at Yume University. Please re-examine the knife that was used to end Miss Brazil Breast's life. Excellent. I admire your rapid handling of the matter. Oh, too kind, Your Excellency, too kind. I was really carrying out your instructions, of course. How did the regent deliver to the police headquarters by rickshaw so it would be there in good time? But judging by the man's swagger, I feel we may need to brave ourselves for the inevitable. So what were the results? Sarah, which was so cruelly unused to end the life of a victim, had no choice of taste poison anywhere along its blade. What? Are you sure about that? I would say the repetition of police on him. I'm with that region. This is extremely simple. Could have made a mistake. Pretty sure the cursed feeble excuse earlier has been utterly destroyed. I know, it's on the pen. It's on the freaking pen. The prosecutor is ready to call the new witness. Ah, the newspaper reporter managed to capture a photograph at the crucial moment. Good. Hello, officer. Bring in the new witness. No trace of poison in the knife. But if that really is the case, how could a toxin have entered the victim's body? He's got something blue on his hand. Witness, please see your name and occupation for the court. Writing all good. We see the symbol on his arm. Writing many memo of show you news. I get to show you news. Of what people like to call a journal. What's a journal filer, do you know? It's a civil contraction of journalist. I'm there where the news breaks, putting pen to paper to catch scoops so they're in print next morning. They don't call me Hero the Hero for nothing. The nice guy of news. He's got the same movement as that clown. You know what I'm talking about? The clown with the suspenders in the other Ace Attorney game. Oh, so it was you who took this photograph, wasn't it? Well, well, what have we here? I'm sorry. Oh, brace yourselves, people. Many memos since it's scooping often. Female student up to foul play, defended by curiously handsome young lawyer in a Supreme Court. Asked him to see many memo about Ryutaro. Readers will lap this up. Was seated above the floor at 72 point in the 5-leg format for the morning edition. Huh? Right then. Start with your name. Oh, it's Ryutaro Naruhodo. Yes, what made you want to become a lawyer? Well, I want to reform our country's legal system, I suppose. Ryutaro has suddenly become very ambitious, I see. I just borrowed Kazuma-sama's dream for a while. Oh, by the way, my name is Takatsuchi Aochi. That's Takatsuchi Aochi. So-called Dark Horse of the Supreme Court. My objection struck in the hearts of every defense lawyer hard. West. No, the readers won't buy that. Witness. Yes. Court demands is to know whether or not you're responsible for taking this picture. It was delivered anonymously to the Imperial Force Police Bureau yesterday. Yeah, I wouldn't be a journal if I didn't click when you presented with a scoop like that, you know. Some stories call out to me, sometimes I have to chase them down. Otherwise, you gotta be fast. Fast is to run, fast hands to ride with. It's no good if you don't write it down, I always say. That's what I call my many-memoism. Many-memoism. Oh yes, I remember your face. I met that day when you were interviewing myself in Suiseki's time. Yes, that's right, that was me, Many Memo again. We were supposed to be going to the Shoyo news office after a meeting. Scoop is, I didn't. As that English woman's words had piqued my journalistic interest. This press words. She's not allowed to do what she pleases just because she happens to be a British citizen. Why is he doing that? It's horse dog. Country judiciary is rotten to the core. The Supreme Court's rulings aren't worth the paper they're written on. The police are just imperial pawns. Stay your tongue, young man. There are complex political issues at play. Well, anyway, I jotted down the words she said to my mini memo pad. Alright, I'll read it out. It's all here. Right, here goes. I should like to go with everyone to your country's coast. Here's Kill go on some junket. People need to know about this. Why did I sneak after him? But those women's stories like a hammer her in the press. Do you think that he does that and Miss Brett saw that and she was trying to kill him with the pen, but somehow she died herself? I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know why she would try to kill him though. You ever to say that you indeed witnessed it firsthand? How many times I lose the first case? I don't talk about it. This is still the first case. Curve scene portrayed in this photograph. Oh yes, some of my very own journal eyes. Let's start to finish the viewfinder on my trusty camera. Thank you, Many Memo-san. We'll now give a formal testimony for the court. It's exactly what you witnessed at the events of Miss Brett's death. Witness testimony. Camera never lies. Each hall is made out of shoddy old reed screens, so there are plenty of glass where I could see inside. English woman sitting on the window. Student girls came in and started arguing with her. Seconds later, the girl pulled out a knife, throwing the English woman on the floor as she stabbed her in the back. Smaller journalsphere burst into front. Business flash and whipped out a camera, ready to click. I pulled apart the rough weave on the screens and poked the lens in for the perfect shot. Great screens, you say? Right, could see them clearly enough in the great shot I snapped. How else were your screens made of coarsely woven reeds? It allows the breeze to pass through and bring some relief from the summer heat. What's the breeze for me to poke my camera through and see the whole thing hotting up? Hotting up? Or for the time being, the appalling invasion of privacy involved. Yeah, he was peeking inside the women's changing room, by the way. Did you witness everything that happened from the moment the defendant entered the hut? Oh yes, I saw it. I saw this whole thing from start to finish. So you took a photograph to the caption on the screens. Luckily for me, they were pretty shoddily woven. Pulled the reeds apart and thrust my lens of the camera to the gap. I'll go with it or would I be seen? It was a gamble of a lifetime. Not see of purpose. Let's consider ammo in the journalist, I suppose. Or no risk of one day run a scoop the nest. That's a many memoism in a nutshell. At last, it will clear we have a genuine witness to this wicked crime. Evidence testimony is extremely compelling. I believe we may be close to a verdict. No. Wonderful news, Your Excellency. Wonderful. Nevertheless, it can't be denied. Testimony begs a very large question. What question? This is news a startling photograph. All the makings of exceptional story by a reporter. Why then was the story never published? Oh. That's right. It is clear to me that our circumstances at play that are here yet to be understood. More pathetic excuses. Very well then, counsel. Proceed with your cross-examination. Yes, Your Excellency. It's more to this report than meets the eye. He made something about this case very close to his chest. Alright, give me a second. I need to refill my water. I was thinking that the snap and the suspenders would hurt.
Hold it!
What made you want to see what was happening inside a beach hut in the first place? Call it journal instinct. Can you think of a better reason? Oh, I don't know. Perhaps being as well as a proven criminal, the person inside was a young woman. I see where you're going with this. Brace yourself, people. He's planting the journal as a voyeur. It's highly slender, sir. You had a camera and you were taking pictures without the woman's knowledge. No, we got it all wrong, though, student boy. Sorry. In my mind, how was all inside was a scoop. Nothing more, nothing less. Scoops don't know gender. Man or woman, it's all news. Not even memoism, it's basic journalism. All if the courtroom is indiscriminate. Alright, so if it's all buttoned up, can we move on? I'll court that one is beside for you when you look inside the hut. Said that vindicate my journal spirit, that's why. What about the reason I could see as clear as day? The village woman sitting on the stool and the student girl came in to argue with her. But if you saw that, that's not possible, right? Because the stool's right in front of the crack. You would have only seen her back or something. That's where the camera was taken. Whatever should test it out. My theory. I just saw a man by his son entering the hut. Yup, she was raging like my journal spirit. I didn't mention what was that about exactly. You stole it. I didn't steal it. That kind of thing. Talk about the poison, I suppose. Still girl walked up the English woman, started really laying into her. I mean, if she laid into her anymore, there would have been eggs. What? The man should have been an author. His descriptive talents are wasted on journalism. But the student's reading is fun. On deaf ears, I did a Japanese person into English for the first time. Really, I'll work on similes first though, to be honest. That way, the point is the woman in dock was mightily angry. Summer got better for first, it seems, dear me. Commented moment caught on film. Pull out a knife, throwing her on the floor. She stabbed her in the back.
Hold it!
You swore before this court that you actually saw the precise moment when the stabbing took place. Precise moment, I didn't just see that. I saw the whole hellish scene play out, from start to finish. Here I have a simple plan in the beach hut. Perhaps you can use it to explain the court what exactly you witnessed. Right you are, it's all here in my many memo pad. Whisper in the hut. I'm sure that the English woman was on the stool in the very back of the hut here. Here's own testament confirmed that. She sat at the back of the hut smiling sweetly, was what I noted down. It's my turn to justify now, I try not to interrupt. Ugh. This moment I was watching, it was student girls entered the hut. After a while, a pair of them ended up in the middle hut arguing furiously. I don't know which one went for the student, but the student dodged out of the way. And a flash pointed her knife in their adversary's back as the two passed each other. All you describe is a grim crime indeed. Never sugarcoat the truth, as the many memoism says. By the way, many memo-san, whilst you were watching the terrible scene unfold with your eyes to the gap in the screen, now occurred to you to try to prevent the tragedy rather than capture it on film? Heroes have to be observers, you can't get involved. That's our raison d'entrée. Oh, so you didn't converse with Miss Brad at all? Obviously not. There always remains on the outside looking in. And that's something to be proud of, is it? Excellency, if I may, as Professor, I think that the witness last explicit first statement should be perhaps added to his formal testimony. Father, what are you? Alright, we got him now. I shall grant the defense's appeal, cause this is his pattern, I'm pretty sure. Mary Memo-san, you will supplement your formal testimony with the aforementioned statement. Well, knowledgeism is the foundation of many memoism. I'll prove my words are meaningless. You're only there as an observer.
Objection!
I don't think so, buddy. Many Memo-san, until now I had firm belief that the newspaper is in business of uncovering and publishing the truth. You're spot on there. Press doesn't lie, which is why I'm proud to wear this emblem of Show You News on my arm. Press doesn't lie. Oh, that's many memoism. I can't keep saying this, man. I can't say many memoism so many times. Sadly, though, see that journalists who write for those papers all exchange the same passion for the truth. But what are you suggesting about those recriminatory words, Counsel? Many Memo-san, do you recognize this fountain pen? Ah. I was found to see in the crime of Miss Brett's death. In fact, the murder victim was gripping in her hand as she died. Who are you? Oh, generic. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're doing well. Look over at the barrel. You notice how this owner's initials are engraved there. RM. Thank you for bringing that up, Council. Initials of the Q is Raymond Bonnie. Is it a coincidence, I wonder, that your initials are also RM? This is technically a new game, but since it's like a bundle game, it came with the other one. Writing many memo, RM. That's horse dung. Here you see. Essential tenets of many memoism is being a pencil user. As you clearly see on your right hand, there's a very obvious blue ink stain. It would appear that you must have rather carelessly left it somewhere recently. Your favorite fountain pen, that is. Horsey horse dog. My memo-san, is it not the case that before she died, you met with Giselle Brand in the beach hut?
Objection!
How should we listen to this sort of nonsense? Nothing but another excuse. Exactly. Shoyu's news would stand behind me on the way. I deny everything. There must be many people with the names RM, as there are stars in the night sky. Winston neither has the time nor inclination to count every star in the sky, or even the people for himself. I don't know, I haven't looked really. There's no need anyway, because this has more to tell. Yes, there's another clue. But undeniably proves that who the royal owner is. This console, the fence will not show the core where this elusive clue lies. Of course, Your Excellency. Selva is a symbol on the pen. Other initials is also an emblem on his fountain pen. Emblem that you of course will recognize, many memo-san. What's me is the symbol of Shoyu News. In other words, the owner of this pen is the employee of the Shoyu News, whose initials are RM. Yo, Rap Monster! I haven't seen you since BTS, bro! It's not like this stars in the night sky doesn't seem so numerous, do they? Oh, Menimo-san, how do you respond? Or, explain yourself on this. You speak. Haha. This is how the Mighty Supreme Court works, is it? Is it course it how this well-meaning citizens reveal harmless secrets of irresistible honest tactics? Alright then, fine. I won't try to hide it anymore. Yes, not long before the grim tragedy unfolded. I show you this reporter, on behalf of the public, conducted an interview with the English woman. Interview. You never mentioned this before. When exactly was this? As I said, it was before that evil little student got show her face in the hut. It have lasted more than 2 or 3 minutes, that's all. It was just a brief exchange. isn't to nothing, as many memos say. People don't pay their dues for unworthy news. However incident you deem it to be, the court cannot overlook the meeting with yourself and the victim. This is found here with the precise nature of this meeting and what transpired. Ah, yes, alright, but on what condition? Condition? Oh, good conscience, I couldn't speak alone about this. We need to call back an earlier witness, Soseki Natsume-san. Soseki-san? Oh yes, according to Monosuke, that man has a secret of his own. Brace yourselves, because it's not a harmless one, it's big. What? My memo says that one man's secret is every other man's front page story. So is he trying to get him thrown under the bus? Very well, I'll grant the witness request in this instance. Officer, summon the earlier witness back to the stand. Susisiki-san, hiding something. I asked the English woman for an interview, but she declined, so I left the hall without making a fuss. Hello, madam. Welcome. Watching secretly from outside, I saw the woman being stabbed and other witnesses come running. I didn't realize the victim saw our post, so ran off to fetch help. That's when this fireman here asked the woman a very significant question. He didn't say anything about it in his testimony, that's why many memos and demands are revealed now. You mean to say that the victim regained consciousness? When she did, you decided to ask her a question. That's, true. Yes. He did. And that's all. The woman gave him a very definite answer. Answer that criminal's accused. It's preposterous. Why am I only hearing about this now? Why'd you mention this before, you yokel hack? It wasn't even a conversation. So therefore, whether in which arose a question, I don't deny it. She could no longer speak, she was barely conscious even. Also for defense, I expect a thorough cross-examination to be conducted here. Court must and will know the truth. Absolutely, Your Excellency. Court is claiming that this bride implicated race somehow. What on earth could have happened in the hut? As for her interview, you say? Well, of course I did. I wanted to ask her about the incident she was involved in ended last year. Well, a case where Dr. John H. Wilson lost his life. That's not the way I phrase him. Many memos and calls for street talking. Why did you murder Dr. Wilson is how I put it to her. Since I saw her talking in the street as a ruler. Every question is though you were asking for a menu in a restaurant. I see. That's the best way. Butter in the paper taught me that. How did I miss that answer? With one simple phrase. Mystery is a woman's charm. Dude, that told me, so I walked right out of there. Really, something about that doesn't quite seem to fit together. Very romantic if you're watching the dance hall. I say it's the best way. Cooper told me that. I will press him on the last one.
Hold it!
What question? What exactly did he say? Oh no, you should hear that from the horse's mouth, I think. Don't you, Mr. Riderman? Ugh. What did you see there? What did you see the dying English woman? In truth, I've been catching crabs at the water's edge and blowing castles in the sand, you see. Who's building sand castles? All of a sudden, from that little beach party, a young girl's panic-stricken cries for help pierce the air. Hey. Ran to the beach hut to see what's happening, to find leaving over a collapsed victim. As soon as Spider Hosonaga saw Miss Brown on the ground, he sprinted off to get help. Just then I heard a faint moan, a moan from the dead English woman. Nearly jumped out of my skin. But what did you ask her, Suzuki-san? I asked her who did this to you. Don't project this any longer. How did the woman respond? She didn't. She said nothing in response. On this day, I must answer all questions asked of you unambiguously. Without evasion or reticence, I demand you amend your testimony. I will. I asked who did this to you, but she never replied. She left her trauma finger and pointed in the direction of the defendant.
Hold it!
Let's try to find out who the culprit was. Which finger did she lift? Who asks the question is a fool for a minute? Who does not remains a fool forever? I haven't lived with Kuma twice in my time in Great Britain. I was going to make up my mind. Better to be a fool for a minute than remain a fool in prison forever. However, you indicated that the victim failed to respond, is that correct? I know why. I know why the English woman said nothing. She was ignoring me because of my stupid mustache, because I'm Japanese. Oh dear, Suzuki-san has developed a dislike for the English, it seems. I haven't read the report in this time in Great Britain. I can't be surprised if it's xenophobia. The English woman didn't ignore you at all. Did she, Mr. Iron Man? Hmm? That's alright, she did respond in a manner of speaking, I suppose.
Hold it!
Why point a finger at the defendant? Suzuki-san, is that really true? Size is here in this spot. First I did the breach hut. was sprawled on the floor for us, while the student girl was standing in the far left of her. As who did this to you? The English woman summoned her last ounce of strength to point at the trembling finger behind the hut. Which was, it can't be denied, in the direction the student girl who stands accused today. No. Seki-san, why did you not neglect to mention this in your original testimony? What fallacies, I say? Style British court of law, you was responding Japanese. Yes, of course, the English woman did point a finger towards the back of the hut, but it was trembling. She was trembling, and everything was a blur. Think about it, I feel as though she was pointing in a slightly different direction. As you know, slightly, in a very different direction to where the girl was standing. Somewhere in the back of the hut where no one was standing at all. I mainly remember events, but the direction of the vision report was unclear. It's really unclear, it was very, very unclear.
Objection!
Excellency, surely this proves beyond a matter of reasonable doubt. Yes, the woman may have barely been conscious, and yes, perhaps her finger waved silently. We have no doubt that there was an attempt on the victim to confirm the identity of her assailant. Why? As the court could see, there is no other than an accused in the direction the victim is pointing. It's now abundantly clear that no one besides the accused could possibly commit this crime. I agree. After several incredible arguments to the contrary, I believe we can now conclude this trial. No. Allah's right itself. This guy is evil, man. Voice hope stashed. 92 point across the page. We'll do an extra edition. It's serious losses, though, unless we're able to identify the true culprit and substantiate equivalent evidence. If you give his ruling and the trial will be over, but that's impossible, Father. You don't even know how the crime was committed yet. Possible through the task museum, we have no choice. Let's think back over everything we learned this far. Somewhere down all these confident find what we need. Here give us our account of events caused. The defendant's antecedent for the trial resumed. Show us what happened in the precise moment Miss Brown was killed. She got stabbed in the back and then she fell over. How could Miss Brown have been stabbed in the back in a beach hut something besides herself and Ray? Somewhere in all the information was gathered, there must be an answer to that question. Stabbed through the hole in the hut, man. Figure that the defense is nothing further to add. So, the gallant Yoko student's luck finally runs out. Crazy, I'm surprised. In that case, I'm ready to deliver my final verdict in this matter. It's a crucial turning point now. If I can establish what really happened, it's over. Where is the real culprit hiding? And how did she or he stab the victim? I know how.
Objection!
Excellency, I respect the agency for pointing adjudication for the time being. Oh, to what end, Counsel? The defense would like to present to the court an alternative theory. Alternative theory that can explain how who the victim was actually trying to implicate in her dying gesture.
Objection!
Alternative theory, huh? None exists. There's someone else present in the scene who could have committed this crime. Why? Victim Miss Bride tried to reveal who it was at the time. I'm mustering all our Marines here and then pointing the trembling finger in the killer's direction. This is fiction, fantasy. It's fantasio. Very well, you seem very sure of yourself, Counsel. I'm prepared to hear your alternate theory. So, young Ryutaro and Naruhodo. Yes, Your Excellency? Present your latest theory to the court by means of this plan. The moment the victim is found, where exactly were you proposed the culprit was concealed? Right here.
Take that!
Naruhodo would never give up, and I'm a Naruhodo now. Is that like foreshadowing or something? Are you guys gonna get married? Troll's culprit was failed Samus, but was concealed right in this location here. Are you mad, Counsel? Just that the culprit was outside the hut. What? What if there was gonna be a pursue theme for Susato? Still Lord Naruhodo-san, Esquire. That makes no sense at all. You've just pointed out the exact spot where I was hiding to get my scoop snap. I don't see these suspicious individuals lying around, I can swear by that. Obviously, if the culprit had been outside the hut, there's no way he or she could have stabbed the victim who was inside the hut. Actually, Prosecutor Archie, there is a way. Huh? And in the point of fact, let's come provide evidence strongly suggesting that that is precisely the way Miss Brown was killing. You're bluffing! This decision is clearly too fantastical for the court to comprehend. You need to give us more guidance, Counsel. Please develop and correct your theory that the victim was stabbed from outside the hut. Now this is photograph. If you can move it that much, you can definitely fit a knife through.
Take that!
I presented it now. I haven't the first idea why I chose this piece of evidence. Krauser, you suggested this piece of evidence bears out your theory how the victim was stabbed. It's something of a windfall, Your Excellency. I think we printed the wrong one. Downfall. Should be a visible trace somewhere. Trace, yes. HUD itself. Okay, maybe it's the other picture? Is it this one? Original photograph and seen in the crime. Yes, it's clearly visible in his brain. Trace of the failed thrust that was delivered from outside the beach hut. Take us for fools, there's no such thing. I'm not sure that everyone present would agree. Someone at least appears to have noticed that what I was referring to. Hanzo, once again I must call you to be explicit for the court. Where this photograph is traced to establish you took place outside the hut.
Take that!
Look closely here. In the screen in the back of the hut, you can see that the effects of a blade being forced through the reeds. Okay, I can see such a thing. It's true that the hut in question, for what's respect, parting the reeds, the knife blade could easily penetrate them. This is extraordinary. Yes. True Cobra was actually stabbed from the outside the beach hut. Ah. Now everyone present scene, there was only one person who could have done that. The only person was directly outside the hut when Miss Brown was killed. Right in Mami Mamo-san. Could have only been you. Now.
Objection!
It's preposterous idea is easy, almost speechless. Just look at the photograph again. Victim is certainly in the center of the beach hut, does she not? We did assume that part of this farcical setup that the selling was a knife thrower. No, of course not. Why not? Recall the testimony of the defendant about the events just before the victim's death. So she was sitting down on the stool, right? Stool. Have another look at the photograph. Sit on the read screen. Refer the line to the person seeing that stool. What a villainous backshot she got from writing many memo. My words, so in fact the victim was killed while sitting on a stool. While stab boom delivered through the read screen. Having attacked, Miss Brad rose to her feet instinctively, but then, unable to speak, she collapsed on the floor in the middle of the hut. For the defendant, my body saw his appalled eyes. And that, Your Excellency's truth will happen on the beach that day. I signed many memos, son. Take it that you don't deny the charge. This is absurd. That will do. Pray that we have a tacit admission of guilt from the witness. Currently, this court has successfully established the truth of this matter. Which means that the defendant Mbaisa is innocent of the crime. Oh, thank goodness. My father made him keep. I feel like it's not over. I must say I've never been more proud. No, this can't be. Out you can't, Klein. But my growth of hope. It wasn't on this operation. I can't accept this. I won't. I see no reason for the continuance of this trial. I will therefore conclude proceedings that uphold it. Oh, this is all very convenient. This is how the highest court of our mighty empire delivers justice, is it? Listen, while many citizens freedom to speak and branding them as criminals. But we've established that the victim was stabbed from outside the hut through the re-screen walls. No one but you was in a place to have had the hand on the hilt of the blade. It's a perfectly logical deduction. So, your argument hinges on the location of whoever stabbed the Englishwoman, does it? Oh, it seems a little irrelevant now. Relevant? Where she was stabbed, how she was stabbed, doesn't matter. I mean, whether she was stabbed at all makes no difference if you think about it. After all, this trial has already shown the whole thing hinges on something else. Someone gets poisoned. What are you talking about? Brace yourself, little man. I'm talking about the fact that everything's changed. Because of the dirt you dug up. What? Nothing serious. Explain yourself, witness. What's this one? I'm talking about the poison, of course. The poison that was in your pen, man. Ask the professor for a comment about the situation, shall we? I understand the deadly poison that you were developing was stolen from a laboratory, correct? Shown that poison was administered to the victim, Miss Sprite, is that right? That's correct. Unusual concentration of victim's pupils are sure sign that this particular poison was used. I see, so presumably that means that the victim already had the poison in her body before she was stabbed. Ah. Now that our proof was clearly restricted, it seems highly likely, yes. She had been dead already. The poison could have circulated in her blood. So, how refreshing to hear the argument of a metropolitan mind. So let's see, imagine who stabbed whom in this whose back and this whose blade. Cause quite simply, the English woman's life has been taken by not by the knife but by poison.
Objection!
It's completely explain why poison beyond the blade is, alright?
Objection!
Haha, forgotten already, have we, Yoko? This proceeding is the laboratory of the professor. On your side, it's just improving. They didn't use the attack of it, they had no trace of poison whatsoever. So let me get this down. The facts is simply established by the defense of this trial. Turned out to be a headline and making red herring. How do we get you to test this for poison? Sound about right. Ugh. Well. Me in court when my lord gets slammed against a wall by invisible forces. Look at my lord, bro. You're taking psychic damage. Order. Where does that leave us? How in that case did the poison enter the victim's body? There's an undeniably obvious answer to that. The lady most likely imbibed it. When she drank it. Have another look at the photograph here. As you can see, all of carbon water and glass had been knocked onto the sandy floor of the beach hut. Poison could have been slipped into either. So someone made Miss Sprite drink it. Oh, what do you know? Look at those dashing eyes. They'll make a great front page shot. Now it works if you drink it too, I think. City so in the newspaper. But what a bewitching stare. After all, I'm the last person you should be looking at. Although you notice if I poisoned a woman, wouldn't it? I mean, that's been established already. Salvage, what are you talking about? Don't tell me you've forgotten. It's a little hard to believe given that the person already established it was you. Me. Oh, what on earth does he mean? Oh, this is a different poison for that one, Luis. Oh, let me capture those wide eyes. This is unpressed fire, that is. Since this first trial is not destined after all, hereby call upon the witness to give further testimony. Great news, that is. I'm gonna get a shot at that magnificent beer, Your Excellency. Not for it to be possible for you to administer poison to the victim. You'll explain to the court on the basis of why you make such a claim. I'm a journal and a man. I've never tried to run or hide anything in my life. I'm not searching outside right now, and there's many memos. For a brief moment I thought I illuminated the truth, but slip argued back in the obscurity then. Just where is our trial gonna take us? I stabbed an English woman, but that fact proves I'm innocent. Why would I rather stab a woman if I poisoned her? So you meant to stab her, so you had intent to kill her? But when I heard that student girl and Papa's English charming, got my gold. Of course we're gonna punish her for what she did. She wouldn't have seen justice done. So you admitted then that everything happened as I described. You were the one who stabbed Miss Brennan back through the read screen. Can blame it on this miserable country of ours. Country that bows to the pressure of foreign powers and lets murderers walk free. What kind of future can a country like that have? That's why I did it. That's why our pathetic leaders didn't have the guts to do. Saw a blade in the middle of that charming lady's back. I plunged a blade of sweet justice in right there. So you're saying that you killed someone and you're like, this is for our country, and you have not even the guts to stand by what you did and try to pass it off on someone else? It's some kind of magnanimous spirit you are, man. As someone has spent a life on seeing what truth is told, I feel really awful about giving false information on my testimony before. It turns out someone else who had it in for a victim and got her before me. Alright, ladies, girl. So you guessed it. Pretty little student girl. Now that's a woman after my own heart. Locating Ray again. She's the one who gave poison to the English woman and in her pitiful existence. So I stabbed, the journal here is off the hook. Argument is sound, certainly. When it says he must have poisoned himself, he wouldn't have needed the effect. Subsequently, stabbing the victim in the back would have been entirely nonsensical. Therefore, the report had nothing to do with the poisoning. Yes, it's all quite logical. Tragedy is logical and true. Now you've seen the light. This is our last. This is unbelievable. I've had so much progress in improving his skill. Is she gonna get with it now? Think of Kazuma-sama and Naruhodo-sama. They never stopped looking for a way forward until the judge's final gavel. Very well then, Counsel, proceed with our presumed to be the final cross-examination of this trial. Yes, Your Excellency. No way could stab a damn thing and get away with it. Not did he only stab her, he also poisoned her, I think.
Hold it!
So, you do admit that you had murderous intentions towards Miss Bretton. The woman's very existence offended my sense of justice. Sense of... It's clearly some sort of righteous indignation. She's pure evil, cold-blooded killer who committed murder right here on our empire's soil. They are good for nothing, the government do anything, not cheering, so I had to step in. Fly a flag of justice, putting things right for the people. Yes, it was my civic duty. That's what drove me to do it. Some are murderous intentions then. Or whatever you want to call it. The point is this. Which woman was obliged, so I had to do what was right for society. The real wrong was done by a student girl on the dock. A crime for which she must pay. Obviously, because the poison was nothing to do with me at all. Why would I bother to stab a woman if I've ever poisoned her?
Hold it!
So you're still maintaining to give the poison to the victim. Obviously, that would be like putting a belt on your trousers when you're already wearing braces like these. Could have missed your poison, fine. Which the witness stabbed the victim. Unforgivable act, certainly, but not one of murder. She wasn't dead yet, though. You know that, right? That crime rests on the accused's shoulders. Even if she was gonna die, stabbing someone who's gonna die is not blameless, right? It's how the law works, you see, Yoko. Who knows, you might learn something here today. Who could say it comes out of life in the space of minutes? A day for the victim, or the last day for the victim. Do something evil, you got it coming. That's how the law works, the law of reckoning. That's not the kind of law this court upholds. But really why you're compelled to stab the victim. Where's the student in the public English? Got my gold.
Hold it!
Exactly what they're arguing about. What happened in the restaurant 9 months ago, that's why. The student girl is laying to the English woman for a killer and beloved mentor, Dr. Wilson. Don H. Wilson, Professor of Medicine, invited here from England by Professor Miko Toba, no less. Hi, but the English woman just jeered. This is to be heard by a British consulate court in Shanghai, but it's little doubt that she would have been acquitted and sent back to her homeland a free woman. It was eating that student girl up inside. You could see it. I really felt for her. Hold it. Oh, we got a sign. Mambani sign. I can't. Crazy here, listen to this tribe. Ray. I'm going to stay accused here. You can't just blur out whatever you feel like. No, you can't. Sorry, but I'm in the middle of some very important testimony here. You just keep quiet and listen. But this awful man is making all this up. Sato, please, you have to make them listen. So Sato. You can't say that. According to the doc at once from Mazda, we're in the middle of a cross-examination. Excellency, please implore you. A journalist clearly not a trustworthy witness. Exactly, he's a filthy, rotten, black-hearted, bigoted, dirty, grey peeping Tom. Well, take it easy there. Please, I really think the court should hear what the defendant has to say. Your Excellency, as you know, need whatever to entertain the accuser's remarks. I will grant the request of defense. But Your Excellency... It's likely to be a fraudulent cross-examination in these proceedings. As such, I believe it will be ill-advised to stifle the defendant's obvious concerns. So, while I recognize this contravenes regular protocol, I hereby call upon the defendant to speak. Oh. So much, Your Excellency. something to do with Dr. Wilson. We're discussing the stolen poison.
Hold it!
I don't see any problem with that. Stolen poison that killed the victim, you mean? I said that to her being the one to steal it. I mean, just think about how she killed Dr. Wilson. That's true. Additionally, Miss Brad certainly had knowledge of a new poison. Surely it would be no easy task to steal a highly secret toxin being developed for the government. Indeed, all visitors allowed to thoroughly search when they leave. Even if the thief managed to be avoided seeing by myself or a colleague, getting the poison out would have been very difficult. It's true, I pestered Professor Mitoba until he agreed to show me the poison when I visited his laboratory. But as I left, I was searching from top to tail. Miss probably rather bluntly revealed the existence of toxin we've been developing, see? Since some secretaries expressed such interest in it, I feel unable to refuse. Obviously, I gave nothing away, other than the fact it was a really potent substance. Very ashamed of myself, just had a singularly terrible experience with the deadly poison. I wanted to look my old enemy in the eye. Surely you could understand that. Finally, my suspicion is true. I confronted Miss Brown about the poison. Whether if there was an incident involving it somehow, it would just be the university, but the military will be dragged into it. Whole government even. It'll be a complete disaster. How did Miss Brown respond to your concerns? She just curled those beautiful lips of hers and said, I don't know the first thing about it in English, actually. Oh yes, many memos on. One small question if you don't mind. I do mind, can you just see I'm busy? Here you were outside the beach hall listening in while the defendant and Miss Brown were conversing. So then it was you who wrote this article about what you've heard. Exclusive, the other poison solved from Yomei University Research Laboratory. Sora is published in this morning's edition of Shoyu News. It is too accurate for it been written by anyone else. Sorry, I don't know what you're talking about. Yes, look at this. Entire article. It's almost what I said to Miss Brown word by word. Many memo sign. As a journal and as a citizen of a free country, I have to reveal my sources as a founding principle of many memoism. I was clearly right about this. A reporter did write the article, and he based it on what he overheard from the outside of the hut. Says what's all about. You're trying to cover up the fact you were listening in. That's why you came up with that stinky story about me arguing with her. Shut up! My sources never stink. Look, whatever you say, little girl, doesn't alter the facts. Excellency, there's something I want to say, and I wanted to go on record. Very well, you might very well amend your formal testimony. I'm guessing whatever he's gonna say is gonna be a mistake. Point is, if you poison someone, there'll be no reason to go a stab person as well. Perhaps you doubt the efficacy of the poison is sought to make sure your victim would die. That's horse dog. What? That would be like pouring pepper on your Chinese ramen before you even tasted it. Completely reckless. Chinese ramen. Although, you might suppose I'm a bit of an impetuous pepper pourer as it happens. Once the victim taken the poison, you will be minutes away from death. Unless this man proceeds to stab her in the back as well. That's not a good reason for that. This reporter gave the poison to Miss Brad, and clearly he must have done it prior to re-entering the hut. Yes, that's undeniable. Since I'm leaving the hut and the victim being stabbed, there was one very crucial change in the situation. Sorry? What change? We overheard the conversation between Ray and the Englishwoman. Ah. This is it. That's when my Mama-san first found the exact nature of the poison he used. Could be the key here. But the matter wasn't taking the poison already. The poor had no reason to stop her. In the face of it sounds hardly reasonable. No question that this man was responsible for Miss Brett's murder. Possible explanation why he might have stabbed her after the poisoning. So that everything would drop into place, as what we should be looking for. So in order to do that, I must keep trying to glean more information.
Objection!
It's because it's a government secret. Well, I can think of one reason. What? Before I explain, I'd like you to confirm something for the court. Clean all this information from the newspaper when we heard outside the hut. Of course he did, there could be no question of that. After all, when we were all in the laboratory together, all we told was a terrible toxin. One more important fact to consider. According to the witness, when Bonnie-san's verbal attack against the victim began as soon as she entered the hut. In other words, it would have been impossible for her to slip the poison to Miss Price's drink. Where are you going with this, Counsel? Manny Memo said and made it quite clear he observed everything that happened in the breach hut. If the defendant somehow found an opportunity, this man would have seen it. Which means Miss Brown couldn't have imbibed the poison whilst the defendant was present. In fact, it must have been administered to her before Mimbani-san entered the hut. It's very articulately put. When I walked into the hut, I immediately started to press Miss Brown about the poison. Which point Mimbani said many memos I overheard the worrying information. What worrying information? Information which he subsequently included in his newspaper article, namely poison was being developed in strict frequency and couldn't be readily obtained. Oops, dropped something. It's hard to understand, man. Only possible place it could come from is my lab. Furthermore, anyone afflicted by poison will exhibit telltale signs in death. Extreme constriction in pupils, yes, quite stark when you see it. There are other poisons that show similar symptoms, but not among new substances that are undetectable. In other words, it would have been clear that this victim's life had been ended by this particular use of poison. Which reduced the number of suspects to only a handful of people. Everyone in my laboratory is well aware of the unique properties of the toxin we've been developing. None of them will be foolish enough to use it for some nefarious deed. And Bonnie-san being no exception. Before we conclude that whoever administered the poison to the victim was a layperson unaware of the telltale properties. Ugh. Oh, it's just the original Pursuit theme. It's just the original one. I thought there would be a special one. In other words, someone like you writing many memos. It was you who stole the poison from the laboratory that day. It was you who administered to the unwitting victim. We quickly realized that this was a terrible mistake. Because the poison caused such unusual symptoms and so traceable. As you listened from far side of beach's thin walls, you learned of these facts. You had already given the victim the poison at the point. It was too late. How should you plan to disguise your mistake? Plan that involves stabbing the victim in the back to the re-screen. Well, what could that possibly do? Isn't it obvious, Kanso? How is to kill Miss Brown before the poison could take effect? Isn't blood, the poison causes onset of pupil constriction. If it happened, he hoped to precipitate the victim's death before that happened, hadn't he? Exactly. Because without any revealing signs of a new secret poison use, no one ever suspected. This is extraordinary. Yes, most of the poison meant could too easily be identified, so the killer had to mask his use. She attempted to do it by plunging a knife into the middle of the victim's back. Ugh. Order. Argument presented a sound. The court is satisfied that it warrants consideration. This prosecution has a counter-argument that it wishes to put forward. There are a number of them, yes. Counter completely.
Objection!
Prosecution's evasive response clearly shows that in the same way he nurtures the remnants of his top knot, he's clinging to lost hope. Wow. Lost hope. Like his remnants of his top knot. Crazy. The pathetic, useless fallen samurai. Fallen? Who do you call him fallen? My virtue growth is on the rise. I don't need the counter argument. What are you talking about? Should be blatantly obvious. I stole the poison, you say. Gave it to the victim, you say. Stabbed her, you say. Lots of fine theories. You said you stabbed her, though. I don't need a counter argument. You don't have an argument yourself. Where's your evidence? Yes, you make it sound also plausible, don't you? But without evidence, it means nothing. Whereas I base my news on facts. Facts? What do you mean? Explain yourself. I mean, Professor said so early in trial. It's all in here, my many memos, every word, every slip of tongue, all noted. What Shoyu News is famous for is the power of the printed word. Not easy to steal. I mean, it's in your pen, man. How is it then? Story blown wide open. See, I write in many memo, a mere reporter from the Shoyu News. Could possibly have stolen that poison from the professor's laboratory. Oh, but you could. You definitely could. There couldn't be any question of it. He must have stolen the poison that day. He stole it and used it to kill. That's the case. As you've identified, the poison itself is the definitive evidence we need. Is whoever stole it from the laboratory that day is the true culprit here. That's your point, knowingly handsome country bumpkin. Or keep calling him ransom. What is this? There's only one way that you and many memos sign. Could have stolen a poison that day. Very enough verbal conjunction now, thank you. But it must be shown as evidence. Proof do you have that the witness stole the poison on the day in question?
Take that!
Proof, Your Excellency. This is fountain pen. A fountain pen? How could that possibly be relevant? Magical pens seem to have enough ink to write thousands of kanji characters. I believe they arrived in our country when first some 15 years ago. I swear by a weasel hair calligraphy brush and nothing else. New Finkel pens are just merely a fad. As a forward-thinking man of words, obviously I love my fountain pen. Suck up a soup can of Sumptuous ink. What the hell is a soup can? Soup candies? One's work is a wash with words in a blink of an eye. What the hell is a soup can, man? What were you seeing this sound? Oh, so it's a soup song? That's right. Clouds have a small reservoir in the barrel, which ink is sucked up through the nib of the pen or to write with later. What is all this talking of sucking up ink have? This is possible to suck up ink into the reservoir. So possible to eject it through the nib of it again, of course. My word, can this really be? Many motor-san? So deadly poison before your eyes in the laboratory that day. Here's your fountain pen, your very lifeblood. You steal some, didn't you? Or solving the poison up to the nib and into the pen's reservoir.
Objection!
More absurdity, that never happened. A nib. True, we've never heard of the procedures in place to prevent thefts like this from the laboratory. But would ever anyone have thought to look inside a fountain pen of all places? No, I'm pushing to say. Prepare for a fentanyl gas. Such a detailed surgery is now conducted. It's quite startling, I must say. The matter of the court, this pen was found in the clutches of the victim when she died. In other words, it was dropped in the scene by a Minimoto-san. Crucial question is, when exactly was the pen dropped? Are you suggesting? At your conclusions that in your haste to act whilst the victim is distracted for a moment, about the pen after you emptied the poison into her glass.
Objection!
Could be any number of alternate explanations. For example, the witness could have been using his pen to write down the details of the conversation with the victim. Shock was his answers. Fell from his quivering hand. Now that can't be. How could you explain why the pen was devoid of ink? What? As you can see for yourself when you examine the evidence. Clear that there's no ink present in the reservoir. When a newspaper reporter goes on to interview someone with nothing in his pen. No, the pen was dropped after the poison as filled reservoir was emptied into the victim's glass. Wait, what do you have to say in your defense? This is how our modern justice system works, is it? So often if my pen runs dry, so if my pencil snaps. Let's claw my way back into the game. I'm playing in reserve. He's Wolverine. He threw the pencils. I sucked up the pen, poison through my pen. It's wild speculation, nothing more. I thought it could bring out a fine upstairs system with a trail like that. Think again. So as though if we're gonna take one file decisible to finish this matter. See it though, the situation now is very simple. As whether or not this witness did indeed steal the poison on the question that very day. It depends on whether or not that's can prove with evidence. What evidence could possibly exist? Mama-san, this is how our modern justice system works. What? Forum evidence is everything. Something you would do well to remember. It's well past the point of speculation in this stage, I assure you. Very well then, hop on the fence to present the aforementioned evidence. This is it then. This will be the final piece in the puzzle. It's the detector, isn't it? Let's prove by means of this item is this weapon is being used to steal the poison.
Take that!
Counsel, what is that bottle? This bottle contains a unique chemical reagent which can identify the poison in question. Ah. Yes, that poison is entirely new synthesis of alkaloids developed by my colleagues and I. Possible to detect traces of it with any other method. Or from another perspective, someone with this chemical reagent, anybody at all could check for traces of poison. Reagent, what? One drop from the contents of this bottle onto the tip of your fountain pen, Minimoto-san. It's all that would take to solve this case beyond all reasonable doubt. No, you can't. I won't. Crimes are bad enough. Well, at least no one to admit defeat. Your Excellency. Fence requires permission to carry out the test on the fountain pen at once. Yeah. What's he doing? This isn't my fault. I'm probably drove me to this. Trying to hold civilization, but the powers that form my pen. I am just as righteous. Memo. Many memo. Sato with me. I'm there. Oh yeah. Susato takedown. Did I do it right? That was a Susato takedown, wasn't it? Not quite. That was a Ryutaro takedown. This is the first drop of region touching him with a fountain pen. Clear to everyone present. And I saw it there in the lab, the poison. Devil got hold of me and decided on to do it on a whim. Excused myself and emptied all the ink into the sink in the bathroom, washing down the reservoir all carefully. You waited for your opportunity to suck out some poison, didn't you? Into your fountain pen. Yes, that's right. Answer me one thing, Memo-san. Why did you steal it? For what purpose? Isn't it obvious? To find out what it's made of and expose it in the article. I mean, it was a secret project after all. New Jersey for a journal like me to pass up. Then why did the English woman end up dead? I wanted to hunt and quiz her about the situation, that's all, as a reporter. Don't kill her, enjoy full freedom, evading justice while leaving the country. Told her what I thought about it. She just laughed in my face. Oh, what's this? A Far Eastern caveman purporting to practice journalism? Really, you must learn the difference between reporting and listening at doorways. You can do read plebeian. Wow. What did you just call me? This country, with its pretentious justice system, to a free press, very depressing. Their learned Nipponese friend, right? See our superior ways in the West, and yet you lack the mental capacity to emulate them. Wow, maybe she did deserve to die. Get out of here, you oaf. Get out and crawl back to the cave where you come from. That's what I remembered. About the deadly poison I happened to have in my pen at the time. What a terrible tale. In my head, I knew I should have just gotten out there as quickly as possible, but I couldn't. I couldn't let her get away with what she done when she clearly had no remorse at all. She was ranked racism. She was like climbing the ranked ladder. Her elo was high. I suppose it was my journal spirit, getting all fired up. I'll tell you something. Yes. I often talk about justice. But surely, as a journalist, you could have used other means to deliver the justice you sought. There's no justice in the press. Sorry. After that trial a months ago, I kept digging and digging to find out what happened in that courtroom. Finally, I discovered the truth. It was a cover-up, that's what it was. Cover-up? What do you mean? I'll remind you of your position, witness. Be careful what you say. Come on, doesn't it strike you as strange? Suddenly not allowed to convict a foreign national. Consular jurisdiction should never come into it. Yet that puffed up Englishwoman was about to sail into the sunset of free woman. Only explanation is behind the scenes some deal has gone down between Britain and Japan. Sort of deal. Done my research, dug up all the dirt, and it's ready to be published. You know what happened? The editor just tore the article up. Come on, pressure from the government, you mean? Our government is going to allow criminals to walk free, then they're going to crush the free press. And what chance do I have but to see that justice done myself? Let's not forget many memo-san. That you committed murder yourself and you tried to lay blame on the defendant's door. I'm sorry, but you're no better than Jezebel Brent. What? Truth is, you have no right to talk about justice at all. The only one who could talk about justice is Apollo. I suppose. We fear that we have reached a conclusion in this trial at last. Counsel for the defense, Ryutaro and Harako. Oh, Oh yes, sorry, Excellency. Just musing in a manly way here. Manly musing. It's almost unbelievable what that is. This is your first experience in the Supreme Court. It was an excellent performance. But it remind me of your cousin's exploits. Oh, Ryunosuke, you mean? Look at the trial 9 months ago, and the way you handled this one. Gives me hope that we're genuinely entering a new era of justice in this land. It's very flattering, Excellency. Great efforts you put forward today made me feel most keenly. The future of our justice system will be forged by you and your contemporaries. Thank you. So, Prosecutor Hachi, do you have any final thoughts? He's gonna cut off his hair again. He's got the Harakiri played, man. Prosecutor Hachi. I, Takasuchi of the Aochi clan, have been blessed by Kyle youth not once now, but twice. This is a trail of my former self left. He has withered and died here today. Gosh, your journey to cultural alignment sure took a while, didn't it? Silence! Rather than living on in shame. Oh my god, he's gonna cut off his hair. I will end it all now with this blade. For that is a true path to Ouchiism. Kaga switched to for Fire Emblem, so true. Ouchiism. Hopes that the only way he'll become, in which he'll be modeling himself after the witness. Spring of my timeline. The time is right for farewell. Hope is lost forever. Takatsuchi. Why is it playing Kazuma-san's theme? Why is it playing the sad theme that Kazuma died to? Damn. And there they go. Wow, crazy. They're praying. They got their eyes closed in prayer. 07 for his hair. Yeah, don't let her. It looks like Ryan. Now regards to defendant Raymond Bani-san. Yes, Your Excellency. I've reached my final verdict. Hereby find you not guilty. Alright, the Sakura petals. Course adjourned. It's over. My heart is still pounding in my chest though. All I can do now is just stay standing. Courts have such a great responsibility, such a great burden to bear. Don't they, Naruto-san? Susato. Thank you so much. You were so dashing in there. Ray and Father. Honestly, I'm touched by everything you've... Oh no, I think I'm gonna cry. It wasn't easy, but together we made it. I was of virgin tears at the end too. The only reason I'm still here is because of you. Oh no, I can't take all the credit. It took courage to tell the truth in there. You did one for me, Ray. So I had to say that the congratulations belong to you. Susato, don't be standoffish. Sorry. Friends equals, and that the trial's over. None of this super formal, super humiliating nonsense. Time to celebrate swagger, to throw caution to the wind. Caution to the... what? I'm the great defense lord, Ryutaro Naruhodo, and I'm taking you to the milk bar tomorrow. What? You guys gonna go on a date? Or something. Right, I see. I'll think about it, Ray. Anyway, we really knocked out the wind out of the horde man, and it felt so good. Yes, it was satisfying. It really was. Isn't there any way we could really throw it together? Hopefully you're not looking at me, Ray. Oh my goodness. Of course not. No, of course not. Oh, there it is at last. Ray's lovely smile. Fight for your friend to the very last. As your father, I'm extremely proud of you, defense attorney Ryutaro Naruhodo. Thank you, but I could have done it without your help. Anyway, it's time to bid farewell to Ryutaro, I think. Should miss him in a way, but it's bad to Susato Mikoto by now. So I'll never see him again then. What a terrible shame. What? What is happening? Suzuki-san is with the Hoshinaka. I do hope you've been keeping well. Is that really you? Yes, I had to change my appearance for, well, obvious reasons I hope. But it's me. Susato Mikoto ba? I don't. So dashing, so divine. No. Doubly dashing, yes, and devilishly divine. Just look at you. Had no Susato-san Esquires. You were student. Welcome to Naruhodo-san Esquire cousin. Stylish and astounding ace attorney. Of course, Suzuki-san, I'm so confused. Still remember the first time I ever met him. He was in a prison cell in London. One extraordinary conundrum though was the unwitting student from Japan found himself embroiled in. For Naruto-san's skillful defense at the Old Bailey, Suzuki-san was free to in Japan. See that again, ace attorney. How is he consider himself a great fame as an author? I'm stunned, that's really impressive disguise. Even I had no idea, and she's suspected with the police bureau. Who came up with Mr. Trail, no less. Came up with Mr. Trail? I'm not sure you should be admitting to that, Inspector. Amazing, you're a woman of many faces I see. Just two really, and this is a once in a lifetime event, I hope. Oh, but I'm not a patch on you, though, Inspector. Well, I'm a professional, of course. I do worry about who Inspector Hoshinaka sometimes, I really do. He's still coughing blood after all this time. I'm about to go when he appeared in the Supreme Court to testify. He was disguised as the head waiter of a restaurant. And then down the same street to Great Britain, of course, disguised as a sailor to keep us safe on the journey. Well, he didn't, though that didn't really help you, did it? Kazuma-sama, rest in peace. From my perspective, I admit that there are mixed feelings about all this. I mean, now the truth has been lost forever. What do you mean? How about the murder of that English woman committed at the end of last year? So was that English doctor she killed, as I understand it? Dr. John H. Wilson, yes. The man I invited to Japan personally. Serious, why did she kill him? Harako herself is dead. We'll probably never know the answer. Before the Great Britain, we had the most unexpected encounter with Mr. Sherlock Holmes, the great detective, I mean. So I remember Mr. Holmes well, of course. Ah, my arch nemesis. How lightly you utter his name. According to stories published about him in the Adventures of Sherlock Holmes, he never once had a partner who helped him solve crimes, a best friend. And that man was an exceptional doctor of medicine by the name of John H. Wilson. What? Dr. Wilson? I just can't believe that it's a coincidence. In that an English doctor of medicine killed here 9 months ago must have been the friend and partner of Mr. Holmes. If that's really true, then the poor girl won't ever see her beloved father again. As you know, I traveled to Great Britain once myself to study. It's around the time you were born. His grandmother told me about it. Here in Japan, I took up my professorship at Yume University. Served as another role as an advisor on the government on diplomatic affairs. So I was aware of that as well. In case I'm sure you understand that there is some confidential matters I cannot divulge to you. Could you just tell me one thing? Why did you summon me back to Japan? It's been 2 months since I returned. When I left England, it was because an urgent telegram arrived from Japan. So you collapsed with a high fever and that you were growing weaker by the day. Why? Where did that news come from? So I'd like to know, because after that long sea voyage, I found you in fine health, father. So something Great Britain you perceive that might base me in somewhere or harm me. It's the only reason I could think of. Dear me, do you reserve your most kind glares for your father, Susato? Sorry, I must can't. Let me go. Why is he here? I need Momo-san. Memo-san. So one enough isn't enough for you. I have one last thing to say before they take me away, Professor. Me? I know the truth. I know you had a hand in what went on. Now visiting student's fate. Visiting student Jezebel Brilliant, man. No, not her. The student-in-law who left for Great Britain 8 months ago. What? Student-in-law? He must mean Kazuma-sama. What are you talking about? What does this have to do with Kazuma-sama? No one here in Japan knows anything about it. They don't know he never made it to England, that he died on the steamship. He'll never. Did the George take down? I didn't expect to find him here. What were the officers playing at? Terribly sorry, Your Excellency. It's weird seeing the judge not behind the desk. I want to say the rickshaw has arrived, Eugene. Good job I came by too. Thank you for dealing with him. I'll be there shortly. Oh, Your Excellency. Haha. Trial's over. I'm not Your Excellency anymore. You're your father's friend. Seishiro Jikoku. May I say, since I saw you last, you seem to have taken a more dashing appearance, Susato. Did you know all along from the start of the trial? Our jersey is everything, Susato. Wouldn't let you take the risk. Seishiro here hadn't known if he'd recognize you, but a word in his ear beforehand, as an old friend. So Seishiro, shall we? Yes, have a word on that case. We have a very simple map to introduce the address. Where you go, father? Sorry, my dear. We'll have to return to our earlier conversation later, date. Well done again, both of you. You did admirably. Oh. Thank you very much. What'd you think of my Seishiro sling, eh? It's been a while since a man flying like that. So you've done that before? Whatever could your father be hiding from me? Like Giselle Brad and Dr. Wilson. That seems according to the reporter about Kazuma-sama. We'll have to bring this up with Salvador sometime. No one else is around. Judicial Assistant Kotoba Esquire, may I have a word? Yes, of course, Sasaki-san. What is it? I think probably to be fate that we're made here again like this. See? Something I need to tell you. Oh? I believe that may be related to why your father summoned back from England. This I have to hear. Please, Sasaki-san, tell me at once. I will. As you know, my time in England was terrible. Cursed, I have no doubt. Such awful things I wasn't brought in. Thank goodness, Occam student Naruto-san Esquire stepped in. They secure my freedom. Can't wait to get on ship back to my homeland. I've been rummaging and supported a report about my experiences in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Next thing I knew, I had a visitor. It was your father, Professor Mikotoba. He wanted to ask me all sorts of things about my report. Father? Seemed especially taken on the particular part of the report. Anyway, he left eventually, having thoroughly quizzed me. The very next day he sent a telegram asking you to return to Japan. What was it then, in particular part that my father was interested in? I don't really know exactly. But do you remember them two terrible cases I was caught up in? Of course, I could never forget. Father seemed to concern himself mainly with the second case. Second one, I mean... the one that Mr. Shone forbade any of us to talk about in public. Which is why the only case about you that any member of the public is aware of is the first. I don't care, I don't want to listen to what that dastardly detective says. Anyway, the point is... since our case has lead to all these curious unanswered questions, or if a curious heinous case. Case of the haunted lodgings. Okay, we definitely didn't do this case, did we? It somehow caused my father to summon me originally back to Japan. That the whole business was over, but it seems I was wrong. Perhaps it was only the start. Perhaps the story is not yet told. Or is this like a flashback or something? Maybe. We never did this case. We've only did the one where the guy's brick was dropped on his head or whatever.
So, the mystery of that English woman's death is solved, thank goodness. And having stood in the Supreme Court now, I think I can comprehend a little better. How you must be feeling as you fight for people's freedom in a foreign land, Naruhodo-san. But actually, I'm writing to you today because of another matter. I met Soseki-san and we talked about that second case he was involved in. Father has said nothing to me, but I feel certain of it. That case holds the key to some great unsolved mystery. My notes on the case should still be in the office, tucked away at the back of the shelves on the left. Perhaps you might like to look over them again. Today, for the first time this year, it feels as though summer has arrived. The sky is a brilliant blue. It makes me long to see you again. Yours, Susato.
I wonder if it's gonna be like a flashback case or something. This is the end. Game's over. Memoirs is a clouded kukuro. Is that Herlock Sholmes? We're gonna play as Herlock? Whereas this investigation part. That's funny. This is the other trial. Cinema. Yeah, it's cinema. Oh, I guess we'll leave that off for next time. Don't want to leave you guys off on a cliffhanger, right? A short stream, yeah. Well. Sorry. I hurt a little bit. Maybe we should go to bed early. I've been having this headache for today. But kind of spacing out a bit. Hopefully it's nothing. Imagine it was something. Yeah. Thanks for watching, everyone. Our Faro Kids VTuber group. I don't know if she ever did anything with that, but she's also on vacation, so I don't really want to follow up on anything, you know. Also, I'm pretty much a nobody in comparison, right? It would be funny if I was, though. Wouldn't that be fun? Oh man. We don't say that. I'm a true NL enjoyer. Anyways, 1 year left to live. Oh man, imagine. That'll be unfortunate, I guess. Alright. Take care of yourself. Eat food, drink water, get some sleep. I'll see you next time.